Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Weathered Fence Post. I am Heidi, and my husband Steve and I are resellers in the Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina area. And on today's video, we are going to do part 2 of the Glenaire sale. If you didn't catch part 1, just go back one video and you can check it out. Now in today's video, I did not actually film going for the second day sale. The second day sale was 50% off. And Joanne from Bat Thrift Crazy and I went down there and checked it out. So I've got some things I'm going to go over. I've also got a couple things over here that I picked up at a Goodwill that I'm going to go over. So let's get started with the haul. First I'll pan over it so you can take a nice close look at everything, and then we'll go over a few of the items together. I definitely will always pick up these items that have that 1970s look to them. I just love the finish on this. And this was like one of the things I definitely wanted was this turkey. It's actually like a little dish. It's a handmade dish. It's a ceramic piece that somebody's done. There's no signature or anything on the bottom, but I just thought he was really cool and would look really nice at Thanksgiving. I saw this beautiful Art Deco glass swan. I've done a little bit of research on it, and I think this might be what we call a Walther glass. It's Waltherglas. It's from Germany, and I believe this is one of those pieces. It's not marked, but they typically wouldn't actually be marked on the piece itself. It would have like a sticker put on it. But I do believe that's what this is. Here's the back of it, so you can kind of see the finish, how it comes through the glass. But I just thought it was really a beautiful Art Deco piece. This is a hammered copper piece, probably hand forged. Look, it was $3, so it was 50% off, so it was only $1.50. Just has a really nice rustic look to it, weathered look. And there's like how the handle is connected. Really thought that was pretty. These are always very pretty when I find them. I've come across them before where they're like a tray for hors d'oeuvres, but this one says that it's alcohol proof, so it's designed to hold your glass when you're drinking. But aren't they gorgeous? And they actually, it's like a paper that's on there. I think if you've seen these before, you know what I'm talking about. They're just so pretty though. So I definitely had to grab those. There's a whole set, and they have the box that comes with it. Made in Japan. Made in occupied Japan. So, very pretty set of coasters. I only picked up a few books there. This one is Oriental Rugs in Color. It actually goes through all the different Oriental rugs from different areas, and then gives you, color pictures of them. Explains the design. So I actually picked this up for myself as a reference book. I know that you can get all this online, but I like to have books. I think I've told you that before. I really like books, so I've decided I'm going to keep this for myself as a reference when I'm looking at Oriental rugs. That one's really pretty. This was a very curious piece. This was down in the box. Like I said on the last video, when they would empty the table, they would pull more out from boxes down below the tables. And they, even on the 50% off day, they had still tons of boxes down below. And I asked if I could take a look through one of the boxes, and she said as long as there's prices on it, I could go ahead and pull it out. So this is a very heavy piece. I believe it is made of, I think it's copper. Solid copper maybe? Or brass? There is some writing on it here. I don't know if you can see that. Catch it a little bit. It's got these little things that go on the side, that attach to the side, and it had this paper in it. And what this is a replica. Now I'm not going to be able to pronounce all this properly, but this is, let's see. These were called Shin Meng Jialing. It's some type of measure for volume in ancient Jialing. It's spelled Jia-Liang, is an ancient measure for volume. Specifically, there were few official ones made by King Ming in 9 AD. So this is a replica of one. And I think they said there's actually only one left that's in a museum. So I thought this was kind of an interesting piece. So I went ahead and grabbed it. It was $1, so I got it for 50 cents. I'm always going to grab pottery because I love pottery, and I did pick these two pieces up. They have ships on them. I think they're very pretty. They say they are salt of the earth, North Carolina pottery. And I did try to look that up and locate where they're, find out where they're located, and I wasn't able to find that. If anybody knows, salt of the earth, North Carolina pottery. Looks like these are just a couple of mugs, but I liked them. I thought they were really pretty. And with the summer coming up, I think somebody will probably really like these. And here's a little itty bitty piece of pottery. It's a little rooster or chicken, and it's an egg cup. I thought it was so adorable. So I definitely wanted to grab that little piece. I thought this picture was absolutely beautiful. It's actually embroidery, done very well, with some type of bird. Looks like possibly an eagle, up in a pine tree. And it's actually quite old. I like the hanging mechanism here that's on it. And then if you look on the back, looks like it has some age to it. And that's the frame. I thought it was just really, really pretty. This was priced at $15, and again, it was 50% off, so it was only $7.50, and I think it was well worth it. It's a beautiful piece. This was definitely one of the pieces that I went back on the second day for. There were several of these as I filmed. You saw that in the first, if you saw the first video, you saw that I filmed several of them. I really wanted the decanter. I thought that was gorgeous, but I wasn't willing to pay, I think it was $30 the first day, so I wanted to get it at 50% off. This is the American Brilliant period. It is cut glass, and these are gorgeous, gorgeous pieces. This was priced at $20, so I did pick this up for $10. Now, I did see one on eBay listed for $175. I don't believe that that's the sale value. That's a listed value. Probably, I would say, you know, this is probably a $40 piece. I don't know if that person's going to get $175 for it, but it is just beautiful. Probably going to be keeping this to give as a gift to somebody in our family that collects these pieces. So we're talking about it instead of putting it in the booth. But anyway, went back and got it, and I was able to get this piece, so I'm glad about that. I think that I told you in the last video, one of the reasons I love going to the sales because there are so many quality items there at such a great price. This was another one. This is 100% virgin wool. It is made by, let's see, it's called, it's hard to read on the, Whitney Down. Okay, let me spell that for you too. W-I-T-N-E-D-O-W-N. Whitney Down. That's what this says. I could not read it, but that's what it says. And this is 100% wool, like I said, and this blanket's worth about $100. It's in great condition. I could not even find a stain or anything on it, so I definitely picked that up. Always grab the wool blankets if I find them. And I forgot to tell you on that blanket was only $3, so I got it for $1.50. It's like a $100 blanket. This is great. Vintage, very pretty blue ashtray. I know a lot of people don't smoke anymore, but people still collect ashtrays. They put their trinkets in them. They can put a plant in it. The color of the blue, if they're a glass collector, and it's in great condition. There's no like bad residue on it or anything, no chips. So I definitely grabbed this beautiful blue ashtray. I also grabbed a clear glass one. It was 50 cents, so I got it for $1. Again, it is older glass. It's in great condition. It's just pretty. And you can use it, you know, you could use this on the counter for soaps, or you could put your sponge in it. There's so many things you could do with something like this, other than use it for smoking. And Joanne knows that I like rocks, so she handed me this bag of geodes. Geodes, is that how you say them? But they probably were something that you could buy and you could actually crack open yourself. And you never know what you're going to get inside. These all seem to be just like a black or a clear color. If you clean them up, they're much prettier. But let me just show you like one up close. You can see it sparkle in there. So I think there was like 8 in the bag, and the bag was just a few dollars. So it was definitely well worth it. I'm starting to notice that I might have been having a bird day, because this is like the 4th bird item that I picked up. I believe this is a little quail. It's a little ceramic piece. And he was only $1. I thought he was adorable. Probably came as a set. but he would still make a nice little decor piece for somebody on a shelf. I picked up 2 of these vintage trays. There were a whole bunch of trays. I picked out 2 that I thought were interesting. I liked the flowers on these. I liked this green color. It has a little bit of a border here. If you look close, you can see it. I thought this was really nice. Again, it was only 50 cents, so it was only a quarter on the 50% day. And the other one I picked up were strawberries. Let me show you that one. And here is the strawberry tray. There is no signature or markings or anything on these trays, but I do know that they are vintage. And I thought strawberries would be definitely right now, because strawberry picking time is happening, would be great to have in the booth. So I think somebody will really enjoy this. Okay, here's a little kitten sitting on a, looks like a crate. And it says, the kitten went on washing her white paws. The speckled hen ran into a barn clucking. Says it's a piece of Wedgwood. I don't know a lot about this. I don't know if this was like a set. You know, like this is the little cup, and maybe there was like a, I'm not sure what this is. If anybody knows about this, let me know. I probably could research it and find out, but maybe you'll know and you could let me know. Okay, so one of the things that I picked up there was a vintage light bright. This one is from 1976, and it definitely brought back childhood memories, and I think that that was why I purchased it. Now, had I paid a little closer attention, I probably maybe wouldn't have purchased it with the box, because I think the box is a big part of the draw of this. The box is not in very good condition, but the light bright actually works, and this was a toy that I played with a lot when I was a kid. So at 1976, yeah, that puts me right at the age of about 9 or 10 years old. So this would have been right at the right age to be playing with something like this. So anyway, this was probably just a nostalgic purchase, not worth a lot of money. Okay, so that is pretty much everything that we've picked up at the Glenaire sale between day 1 and day 2. And if you didn't see day 1, just go back one video and you can watch that. And I did get some good footage of actual shopping on that one. No footage on this one, sorry. But anyway, I also have a couple things here. I went to the Goodwill and picked up a few things. This I thought was really cool. It's the story of the Grateful Dead. I do believe that this will not last very long in the booth. I've started reading a few of the pages. It's actually quite interesting. It gives a little history of what was going on in the country at the same time that they were forming their band. And I mean, if you're a Deadhead, you know what this, this is probably a great book. I also found this very fragile Western Stories. This is Bret Harte's. It's H-A-R-T-E''S. Bret Harte's, I think is how you pronounce it. Western Stories. This is from 1949, and it is in very fragile condition. I've put it inside a plastic sleeve to protect it. It was 15 cents back in 1949, it looks like. Unless somebody, yeah, that looks like about right where the price would have been, so it was 15 cents. These are kind of, I've seen them online. There's a lot of them listed online. Some of them are listed for like $26. Maybe they're first editions or something like that. But this would not have a lot of value. I wouldn't price this for more than, it would probably be under $5 because of the condition that it's in. But I thought somebody might really enjoy having that. If I was decorating in a Western style and wanted something that was vintage like this, I would frame this and hang it up on the wall. I think that would be cool framed, because really the cover is really the best part of it. Now this set, on the other hand, actually has a little bit of value. I was surprised to find this. Every piece is there in its little slot that it needs to be in. It is 49 pieces, 49 wooden ornaments from Trim a Home, sold at Kmart for $10.99. And I think I saw a date on it somewhere. I'm not seeing it right off the bat, but I did look this up. One has sold recently. on eBay for $20 plus shipping. So we won't charge $20 for this, but I thought this was a really nice set. And if somebody wanted to decorate with some vintage ornaments, this would be great for them. I just saw one additional piece that I got at the Glenaire sale. It was hiding behind the trim-a-home, so I didn't see it back there. But another beautiful little pottery picture piece. It has some unreadable, indistinct signature on the bottom. I have no idea who did this, but I think it's gorgeous. It actually had some flowers in it, a little bouquet of flowers that was in it. It was $3, so I got it for $1.50. Gorgeous piece of pottery for $1.50. You can't beat it. I found this vintage game at Goodwill. It is 92 geometric puzzle games inside this box. Apparently there's 92 different puzzle games that you can make out of this, and this is from 1961. And this little pamphlet gives you some different designs that you can make out of these puzzle pieces. It's all there, so I thought this is great. The box is in great condition. Anybody that's a vintage game collector would probably really love this piece. I found a few magazines at Goodwill that I thought might be of interest to people. This one is Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. Did look this up. This is actually selling for a pretty good price on eBay. There's thousands of them listed on there, but I thought these three characters, somebody would definitely like this. And then I picked this one up. This happens to be my son's favorite character, Boba Fett. So I probably will be giving this to him. And I also picked up this, 80 Days That Changed the World. And this was printed in 2003, so it wouldn't be anything after 2003. But I thought this would be a good collector piece for someone. You just never know what you're going to find at Goodwill. I couldn't believe it when I saw this. This is a gorgeous glass case that anybody would love to have to display, anything in here that you would like maybe the light to shine through, or you'd like to be able to see all sides of it. This is in beautiful condition. It's dirty. It needs to be cleaned. But can you believe that Goodwill had only had this priced at $1.69? I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it was still sitting there. So I'm definitely going to be putting it in the booth. I'll be using it as a display case, and I probably will ask a good price for this because this is a nice piece. This is not a cheap case. So I was really excited to find this. And the last thing that I found at Goodwill, and I was surprised this was there too, maybe somebody just wasn't willing to check it out and make sure it worked. I will always pull these things out, put them together right there at Goodwill and make sure they're working. This was only $6. You can see it right there. Good price for Goodwill. It's from 2003. I don't know if you pronounce it Gemmy or Jemmy, but anytime you see these and they're functioning, I highly recommend getting them. And in fact, a bolo for you. I looked up, how these were selling. If you ever come across the one that's Leatherface, let's see, Leatherface, yes, and it's the life-size one, unbelievable how much those are selling for. One recently sold for $1,400 on eBay, and another one sold for $700 on eBay. The Count Vigor sold for $500. Now this one is only worth about $50. If I was to sell it on eBay, probably $40 to $50. This will be going in our booth next fall, and it's so cute. It works, it functions. In fact, got a little video for you right here, show you how it works.
Do you like my costume? I'm ready for my candy.
Okay, that's it for the haul for this week. I do have some items in the background over here that I will be going over with you. Joanne with Bat Thrift Crazy and we do a lot of hunting together, and we went to a church rummage sale. I think she's already put her video up about it, and man, she found some great items there. You need to go over and check out her video to see what she found. Epic. But I have some pieces that I'll share. We also went to a thrift store near the flea market, and I've got some pieces from there to share. So I'll be doing that later this week. I'll be doing that film and get that out to you. But as far as the Glenaire, that's it. And you can find all of these great items and more at one of our 2 booths, either Antiques at Gresham Lake in North Raleigh or Collected Treasures in Garner. And put on your calendar next Saturday, which I think is the 5th or the 6th. 5th or the 6th of May. I think it's the 5th. I'll put something up here so that you know. They're having, Antiques at Gresham Lake in North Raleigh is having their spring flea market, which means that they have vendors set up outdoors. There's all kinds of sales inside. It's a great day to get over there and find yourself a treasure, put a smile on your face, and have a great time. So make sure you put that on the calendar and check that out. At any rate, thank you everybody for watching. Hope you all take care of yourselves, and I can't wait to show you the things that I found at when we were out hunting together at that church sale. We also are going to be going hunting this Saturday back down to Irwin and at the Gittin place, and I am very excited about that. All right, everybody, take care.